Yeah, don't forget about Instagram.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh, don't worry.
That's where most people view this show.
Everyone watches us over on the Insta.
That's all we get.
Ooh,
Oh my God, we are live.
hey,
I didn't think it was going to happen today, but thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by here at the Wish You Were a Beer Show. If you're unfamiliar with us, this is a weekly beer show. That means we do it bi-weekly. Actually, every week, except for last week, and we almost didn't pull this week off.
Yeah, at 8:01 p.m. Eastern time.
PM. Phil got to get a beer. Again, this is a weekly beer show that we do every Thursday night here at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Planned.
We're always on time.
On script.
On script. We write scripts.
Yeah. That's what we do in our off time.
And for the record, not like we write prescriptions. So don't even email me about trying to get some Dilaudum. I don't have that type of script.
Is that?
I live in South Beach. I'm writing scripts.
I literally don't know where you live anymore, Phil. We'll get into that shortly.
Apparently, I live on a place where they shoot stock footage, because that's what my apartment looks like right now.
I love it. It looks like a background for a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
If you were slightly blurry on the edges, I'd be like, that's not where he lives.
Yeah, that's green screen.
That's green screen work. No, but thanks everybody for stopping by. As always, if you'll do us a favor, down at the bottom of the page, all of our social medias, keep up with us there. You can find out what we're drinking individually or what we're drinking together as the show. More important than the social medias, which, let's not kid ourselves, nothing's more important than social media. But up at the top of the page there, you can see our website, wishyourebeershow.com. Swing through there. You can catch a catalog of our old episodes, some beer blogs, a beautiful merch store. Buy a shirt, buy us a beer, come hang out with us.
Stickers, fanny pack.
Stickers,
I don't really care what you
pack.
buy.
Exactly.
But you could buy something, and that would be awesome.
Don't pay for sex. You can't get it on our website.
Not available.
You got to look further. But,
that's multiple. You need to buy multiple beers and specify it's for Daniel. Otherwise, it's thank you for the beverages.
Oh, I'm putting out. But swing through the website, say hello to us there, make sure you purchase something. That's probably the easiest way to support the show if you do enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you can check out Beer in Front. Probably enjoy that way more.
He's got facts and stuff that he does.
I love backhanding, complimenting another beer podcast.
I mean, Dave's great.
Dave is great. Yeah, 100%.
Also, fun fact, Phil, Andrew, and you are wearing the same outfit.
Oh, so you both got thrown up on by a toddler today. Perfect.
Twinsing.
Thanks, Marky. You're welcome, Dave. Glad you stopped by, Dave, as always. I'm excited for the show. We took last week off. The week before that, Tiffany was out of town. This is the first time we've all been back together in what feels like
which is why this is going so smooth.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah. We had finally figured out a rhythm, and then everyone dive bombed, and now here we are trying to figure it out again. Yeah. So, proud of us.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Honestly, when I think about things like Joe Rogan or successful shows, and I go, what are they doing? And apparently it's a lot of preparation and a little bit of pre-planning, and boy, we got to figure that out.
Yeah. One of these days, the show, it just started low and it's still low.
You know what? But we're not where we used to be, and that's great. Yeah. We have improved 100%.
We have improv.
All of
100%. Okay. I think you're thinking of improv.
I specifically emphasized a couple. 100%. But our cutscenes, those are way better now.
Yeah, so Phil's gotten better at the show, and we are just
except for being on time, apparently.
Just today.
Well, Phil, honestly, so normally if you watch this show, we do normally do a beer news segment. We're gonna skip that tonight because Phil is all
we have beer news. We're not skipping it.
Yeah, we have beer news.
It's just beer adjacent.
And then it's Phil has access to beer in his new hometown, and I want to hear all about it because Phil, you moved to Miami. You're in Miami now.
Correct.
What's your favorite gay bar? Let's be honest.
Can you really pick favorites?
I agree.
Especially in Miami.
No, but I'm excited for you. So you've been in Miami, what, like right at a week now?
Was it last week that I came?
Was
No,
it?
it's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's right.
2
Yeah,
weeks
because
as
we
of
took
tomorrow.
last week off.
Yeah, 2 weeks as of tomorrow will be my 2-week mark here in Miami. I'm in South Beach.
Nice.
And it's been a wild ride. It went by very quickly. As you can see, I live in an office.
Yes.
That's the job. You know, they hired me and then they just said, live in our office. And that's really funny because I didn't realize how much my apartment looked like an office until I got on this. Yeah, I was like, I need some
Once
curry.
you see it in the background, you're like, oh, God damn it.
I actually used a very similar Zoom background earlier today. So
Yeah, I need to do something about this. I honestly, I haven't gotten out much yet. It was such a whirlwind getting here. If you knew from what I talked about in our last show, where I was getting an apartment sight unseen, hoping that it existed and hoping that the person that I was talking to about the apartment was a real person.
Yep.
And because I was literally landing, I rented a car, I drove here, and I just walked up and was like, I hope this guy's here. And it all worked out.
Fuck.
It was like, I walked in, it was great. Like other people came, I signed a lease. It was like so official. And I was just like, okay.
That gives me a level of anxiety that I don't think you even understand. And you went through it.
And so then I get into South Beach and they've changed a ton of the rules here. So like spring break, it's not as crazy anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone's up in Fort Lauderdale now.
Yeah, they are. Hollywood.
But they also changed, so it's all residential parking.
Okay.
So you have to have not a sticker, you have to have like your license plate registered with the area to park out here. I don't have that on my rental, so I'm pulling up like, well, what do I do? Thankfully, the guy who I rented this place from lives in the area, so he was like, I'll give you a 3-day pass while you figure this out. Cool. I was like, okay. So now I have a rental. Then my car that I ordered online, also sight unseen, by the way.
What kind of car was it?
I believe it's a 2012 Scion XB.
You fucking sexy bastard.
Of course I did another XB. I miss my old XB.
God, I love
Daniel talks about this damn car like
every
all the time.
day.
And
You
then
know
if
what,
it's
Daniel?
what is it? The Ford other one, the Daddy Scion.
Oh yeah, the bigger daddy's. I call it Daddy
Is it
Scion.
the Edge?
The Ford.
Yeah. There's that one.
Like,
And then
Daddy Scion.
the Nissan Cube is also
That one doesn't count.
But the newer, so I have the newer of the Scions.
Yeah.
The 2008 version, I believe.
Yep.
2006. So the newer one basically feels like the exact same car on the inside, and they just put a different frame on
Little different shell on it. Yes.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I love it. It has a CD player. It's perfect. It has no navigation. It has no backup cam.
Glad you're in a new place. Good luck. Now,
So,
I did see on your Instagram, though, your personal Instagram, at Phil Friday, that you did you go to like a Miami Pride Festival?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just went for a walk. I had been stressed just getting all this stuff together. I went for a walk. Yeah. And what better way to de-stress than just walking and realizing you're walking into Pride?
God. Yeah.
It was just the greatest thing. And it was 2 days, the whole weekend. I mean, it was a whole week, but I didn't pick up on this until the last 2 days.
You didn't get the memo? I got an email.
I know. You think I would have.
Of all of us,
It was
I
supposed
thought
to
you
come
would.
with the rental agreement.
Yeah. But yeah, I just went for a walk and I was like 3 blocks. I'm 3 blocks away from the beach and it was just happening right there. And I was like, this is great. So I did 2 days of Pride.
Nice.
And it's been crazy. It's all gone so smoothly so far that it's scary. And
You're gonna shit the bed here soon.
Nope.
Yeah. And I know I'm probably physically going to shit the bed because I just bought an electric scooter and that's probably going to kill me.
I'm
Scooter
so excited
McGavin!
for you.
Let's scoot. I'm so excited.
Yeah, the lime and the bird scooters got very quickly banned here, so everyone just went out and bought their own. So now everyone has them, but they don't leave them everywhere. So it's great.
Right. You carry it in, you take the front wheel off when you leave it parked. It's like an old BMX bike at an arcade. Yeah, I understand. We're on the same level. Same income.
Doing great.
I'm glad, honestly, I'm glad you're out there. I'm glad it worked out at the level at which it did. Yeah. Because like when we were talking about it originally, you were like, fuck, getting a sight unseen. I gotta get a car. I don't even know if the apartment exists yet. And I'm like, so that's great, man. Like it's going well. Everything Wizard of Oz worked out.
Yeah, I've already gone to a Marlins game. So
I did see that on your Instagram as well. Was Scott Stapp there?
I wish.
Well, he does the Marlins theme song. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I am, but he's on the Creed cruise right now. So
God, that makes sense. Yeah, because the blow is free there. God damn it, I'm jealous. Fucking Scott Stapp wins twice in life somehow, and I'm still working my way through it.
And I'm also going to the Creed concert this summer.
I was waiting for you to tell me that.
I'm going with Gabriel up in New Hampshire.
Oh, I love it. So you got all the way south, and then you're going back to New Hampshire.
I mean, where else can you see Creed if you're not going to see Creed in New Hampshire?
If you're seeing it in New Hampshire, I assume it's at an elderly facility.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of seats, if you catch my drift. They're in wheelchairs. Okay.
Here's an exciting thing about all of this. Even throughout all of this, we have some new merch this week.
Wait, we have new merch?
I made some new merch.
If you're going to be late to the show, you got to at least warn me that you got new shit.
Yeah, I can't just react live to this.
Yeah, I don't want that shit, do we?
So here we go. Let's figure out what this new. I think Dave is going to be excited about this new merch.
Crap.
I forgot about that one.
We both forgot about that slide. We're more excited about that slide than the fucking shirt.
We haven't had new merch in a while.
Yeah, I'm for it. Well, let's see it. What is it?
Roll that beautiful footage.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
I
can't see anything on this, Phil. You've done a poor job. You got here late. Oh, crossing streets.
Thanks to Dave.
You feel good about your choices?
I'm very happy about the shirt.
God.
That's what I put it in the smaller version of it, just
Even the smaller version of it from afar looks worse than the close-up, though. Because I can't quite make out what it is, and I'm a little worried that it's something I shouldn't be seeing.
So this one's for Dave. Dave came up with this one last week.
Yes, he did. And here he is in the cart.
You can currently buy this at wishyourbeershow.com.
Crossing Streams Church and Brewery. We're not Catholic. God, I love it.
Support the show.
Yeah, please do.
Yourself a Crossing Streams t-shirt.
We really appreciate it. Speaking of the show, this will be the first time in a while that and the beer arrives late for Phil from a magical USPS ferry. We don't know how it got
there.
A day late.
It showed up dented, which is really nice.
Now, so that's on me. I threw it on the ground before we shipped it.
I figured.
Yeah. I was like 50 cents off tinted cans. So it's been a while since we've all had the same beer on an episode, which is fun. So we'll get to drink the same beer, talk about the brewery that makes it. They weren't able to join us tonight. They did contact us back and say that they would love to be on the show. It kicked around a little bit and it just didn't work out in their time frame. So I'm always happy when people at least get back to us and don't just like ghost us on some shit, especially since we were at this brewery somewhat recently. So that was nice of them. We are doing a beer from Lost Barrel Brewing out of Middleburg, Virginia tonight.
On the shirt today.
Yeah, you do have a shirt for them, but
I forgot. I just haven't changed.
But they're not going to be on the show, so who cares?
I'll wear it another time, or you can wear it.
I'm wearing one of their thongs currently. Similar shape as the horseshoe on the back of the can. Hammock. But more exciting than doing this beer on the show, we are going to be playing trivia on it. So if you're unfamiliar with our trivia section, you can go to kahoot.it, or if you have the Kahoot app, you can put in our game pin. Go ahead and make your team name. Go ahead and decide like a clever farmhouse ale name. It's going to be difficult.
Or just a clever name in general.
No, it's got to be farmhouse oriented, or
No.
I'm not interested.
You know what? I allow.
I will automatically give you less points.
Your points mean nothing.
Wait, what did you kick, Trey?
The can.
Oh, the can. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a different game. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. But no, I love playing trivia. I'm always excited when we have trivia and there's actually no one else involved other than ourselves. That is a lot of fun for me because I made all the questions. They're all stupid, and everyone's going to miss every goddamn one of them.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Unless you really did some research on Lost Brewing. Which...
I did a lot of goddamn research, Phil, like I do every fucking week. Have you never seen this show?
I'm talking about everyone else.
Oh,
people playing with us.
I apologize. I got real aggressive on that, and that's a thing for me. I'm 5'7", so historically I automatically defense. That's on me. You know, it's not you. So that being said, go to kahoot.it. If you have the app, put in the game pin code. We're going to start trivia here shortly, right after I find out what beer Phil is drinking. No, nothing?
I'm drinking the beer.
For the show.
You want me to grab another beer?
It's a fucking beer show, Phil. I know you got here 10 minutes late, but
Rest of us
I'd like you to have a beer. Phil has better lighting. It's because he's tan and his teeth are white. He's in Miami. That doesn't count.
I'll drink South Beach Brewing Company's Blood Orange Sunset Hazy IPA.
Okay. What's the ABV on that one?
6.7.
Perfect. That's the world I live in.
This is a Trader Joe's specialty. I love when Trader Joe's carries local breweries.
I love a good trader. Said no one ever. Fuck Joe.
What are you talking about?
Trader Joe.
God.
I'm not interested. I don't care what
trades
local delectables he's bringing.
Not
He's
like
a
trader.
thief. Oh, he's a trader.
No.
Yeah, I've seen the stores. TRAITOR.
Nope.
Trader Joe.
No.
This is nice because it's like a Sunday brunch IPA.
Okay.
It's got the blood orange, makes it not so orangey. It gives it it leaves that bitterness that you want with the IPA.
Yep.
Which is kind of nice. So it's not like an overpoweringly juicy type thing. It's definitely still bitter.
I dig that. I love that Gabriel's talking about what's so high right now. How's your night, Gabriel? Speaking of so high right now. These ABVs are so high right now.
What are you drinking?
Calm down, Gabriel.
What are you drinking?
I am actually having a 1700 beer. I'm wearing their beautiful negative review online shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts that any brewery has ever made. It's their Untapped review about someone who hated it, and they put it on shirts because everyone feels the same way about Untapped as ourselves. But I am having a one-off from 1700. This is a Hawaiian hazy IPA. It's mango and coconut. It's a 5%er. It's delicious. I can't pronounce it. Tiffany's going to try.
It's going to go well.
Kaimuloa.
Boy, I bet the locals love you.
Kaimuloa.
Yeah, but it's really good. There's a food truck that we follow with some regularity called Pia Aloha, who are good friends of ours, and they run a Hawaiian food truck. And they had a hand in this beer as well, and it is fucking delicious.
That's very good.
I think you're also having a 1700
I am also
beer.
having a 1700 beer.
We went to 1700 before the show, in case you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Go find yourself. Yeah.
It's been a long day, but we weren't late, so.
Hey.
So I'm also drinking a 1700 beer, and it is their Pilsner, and it's called Lieutenant's Landing Strip.
It's a sex reference.
It is.
I don't make the rules.
I wasn't gonna.
We know the people involved. It's a sex thing.
But it looks like this.
That's what my landing strip looks like.
Boy, mine looks way different.
It is in a bird girl glass.
Blonde and wet.
And historically, here's a throwback for you. You see this beautiful little hat I got here?
Is that a 50? What is it?
105?
105 West.
West?
Jelly Man.
Jelly
Still
Man.
sent me the best merch from the early stages of this life. This man sent me like 30 pieces of merch, like 9 beers.
Yeah.
And this hat is gorgeous. It fits like a champ. It has survived the test of time because I have peed in this.
No,
I
you
have
have-
thrown up in, not in it, but like I was wearing it while I did.
Oh, while you peed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of splashback. You know.
No, I don't.
Yeah, because so
When you got a hose like Daniel's, it just goes everywhere.
it's not even about that. It's just like if you're trying to pee between somebody's legs, like there's gonna be some splashback. Your butt's gonna get wet
Good luck.
for all the right reasons.
Best of luck to you, sir.
All right. So if you haven't gone to Kahoot.it yet or have the Kahoot app, again, the game pen is Phil's gonna put it at the bottom when he catches up from drinking all day. And then it's also at the top of the comment section as well if you miss it. But we are going to start trivia here in a second. So if you haven't made a team yet, made a team name, you are running out of motherfucking time. Because I'm so tired of these motherfucking snakes.
Okay.
Oh, no. All right.
Trivia.
Better wake up.
God, I had to turn it down.
I was turning
Oh,
it
I had to
down. I
turn
had to
it
like
down.
plug my ears.
It is
Oh,
time.
wait. Who's playing from Coastal with Fooder Bait?
Oh, interesting.
I love it. If you're unfamiliar with Fooder Bait, it's an award-winning beer here in the state of Virginia that the Wish You Were Beer Show was lucky enough to be a partner on with Coastal Fermentory.
Correct.
And good news, it's finally out of the fooder and in a bright tank, and we're going to be bottling it
Yeah.
early May. So if you're in the area or if you're not in the area and you want to see the beer that we made and follow us, it's going to be beautiful. We're going to bottle it.
Yeah.
Not can it. They have a separate bottler just for wild yeast. It's going to be wild.
Woo,
See what
wow.
I did there? Because it's a
'Cause
wild.
Brett's wild.
Yeah, because Brett. I'm not even inviting Brett, but I think it's going to get wild.
Yeah. Well, we can blame Brett.
Yeah, Brett's always a fucking worst.
That's a Beaches song.
Oops.
It's fine.
All right.
I logged into Cole's app and I wasn't seeing any trivia questions.
You can
Very
get-
similar. I bet you got a really cheap sweatshirt, though.
You got plenty of Cole's cash, though, I'm sure.
All right. So who do we have? I don't want to hear about Vero's Colada. I assume that's Hispanic for.
Nope. Don't.
Oh, nope. Not what I think it is. It's an ice cold drink.
Yeah.
Test tickles. I hate it every time. Baby's here, as always.
Freaking baby. Go to bed.
God, I bet it wins too. And I said it because it's not a real person yet. Fooder Bait, again, big fan. This beach.
Yeah.
This beach is really upsetting. So here's the thing about trivia, again, as always with Kahoot. They don't pay us, by the way.
Not yet.
Correct. So you get points for being correct, but you also get points for being the first one to be correct. So go with your gut. Don't overthink it. Be correct or don't be correct.
Just do it.
Let's
You can
start.
say that. We just got a cease and desist from
Nope.
fucking Nike.
No,
Holy
it's
shit.
actually from
Kanye is watching this.
It's actually from what's his face that had like the "Just Do It" video, like Boy Meets World, but it wasn't. Fuck, who is it? It's
No
fine.
one can follow.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I know a LaBouffe reference when I
Well done, sir.
Thank
LaBouffe.
you. I was like, I know I'm not making this up.
You know I disdain the French.
All right.
All right.
Let's go.
Trivia, let's do it. Give us your answers. Barrel of the Sexes. Well done, Phil. And I was mad at you for being late, but boy, you covered the spread on that one. All right. The property that Middleburg encompasses, 640 acres, was purchased for how much during the Revolutionary War? Middleburg is the county that this brewery, Lost Barrel, is inside of.
I couldn't fit that
$1.50?
question in the text.
Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah, my bad. Correct. 640 acres were bought for $2.50 motherfucking cents. Think about that. I can't get a quarter of an acre in our county for less than $250,000 fucking dollars. And some schmuck walked up and was like, I tell you what,
Give you $250 for it.
we get rid of some of these field hands, I'll give you $250 for it. And somebody was like, hell yeah. The fucking worst. Wonder why I'm so stressed out about property taxes and mortgages. Garbage. Oh, Vero, you sly fox. I love that colada. Again, I don't know what that means. I don't want you to take that wrong.
Moving on.
I assume it's your haircut. Lost Barrel Brewing offers how many event spaces on their 70-acre property? 1, 3, 4, 7.
This is a question
Properties on
everyone
properties.
should know.
No one's gonna know it, which is fun. So this is a fun one though, because
One person knew.
4 event spaces is nuts for a brewery.
Yes.
Even at the acreage at which they're on. And again, we joked about this because Tiffany and I were there.
Yep.
We'll get into a question
And
about
I was there
and
too.
I was there too. So we'll get into a question about that later, but we actually got to visit this brewery, and it is a gorgeous property. It's massive.
Yes, it is.
And they have it set up so well for separate occasion spaces.
Yeah.
So they have like a left-hand space that's like a downstairs that you can rent, but you can also rent the upstairs at the same time. With
They have like
separate,
a separate like little building that's a 2-story.
They have like the outdoor space, and then they have a room over the brewery that overlooks the brewery with like glass and everything else. That's like their big expensive event space. But the cool thing I thought that they did with this, which you don't really see in a lot of places, they have individual servers for every individual event space.
Yep.
So if you rent this space over to the left and it's 100 yards from the brewery, you have an individual server who walks over there nonstop, takes 30 drink orders, walks back to the brewery.
Or food. They also have food.
Brings a whole fucking
And their
tray
food
back.
was like pretty good.
Oh, it was legit.
Yeah.
So I thought it was, and don't get me wrong, like Middleburg here in Virginia, it's an extremely small town. There's
a lot of horse people.
Yeah, it's in
money.
Like horse country in some capacity.
But not just like, oh, we need a horse to farm. It's
Right,
like,
yeah.
we just like horses.
It's show horses.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Just want to make sure everyone's like clear on what kind of horse.
There's a lot of big money out there, and it's such a small town, and they really support this place like crazy. Like, one, there's like 3 really big, not bed and breakfasts, but like resort style places within walking distance of this. So they set themselves up well because these people can come down. You're staying in like $1,000+ a night, expensive
It
ass.
wasn't that much. We looked at him.
That was the one that was right down the street. The actual resort that's tied to the back end of the property is expensive as shit.
Oh, okay.
And so they set themselves up really well to have an event space and have weird big money come through there, which is crazy. And the beer was good. Like they're not missing on beer. They didn't make an event space versus a beer space.
They made both.
But man, I'm like, man, if I had $2.10 right now, I'd fucking buy that shit. $2.50.
Well, you get a deal.
You could have gotten a whole nother
Could have got a
500
whole nother acreage.
What was it? 640. It's fine. I've been drinking. I don't need to math.
Oh, Jesus. Vero solved these questions. Don't lie to me, Phil. Stop sending Vero the questions.
I have a feeling that's not her.
All right. Daniel and Tiffany visited Lost Barrel Brewing recently for what occasion?
Did I just say this?
A baby shower, a bridal shower, a birthday, all of the above. I wanted to be all of the above so bad.
It's someone who is getting married but has a kid coming, and it's their birthday.
Yes, so we were there for a birthday, which is kind of exciting because Phil and I share this friend. Not sexually. Well,
sometimes. I mean,
not all the time sexually, but Phil and I, while we were living in New York City, a good friend of ours who I lived with for a good portion of time, and Phil and I and Patrick spent a lot of time together as well. We hung out for a long time, and then like we go through these cycles where I sporadically catch up with Patrick, or you sporadically catch up with Patrick, and he moved back to that area, and he was having his 40th birthday party because we're getting old as shit. And I got an invite from his wife.
Because it was like a surprise.
Yeah, it was a surprise. And they're like, hey, we're back in the area because they were living down south. And now they moved back to like the DC, Northern Virginia area. And so she reached out to us and was like, we're back in the area. I'm throwing a surprise party for Patrick for his 40th birthday party. And I was like, horsecock? You goddamn right I'll be there.
Yeah, he is a horse person, by the way, Andrew.
No, he's not a horse person. He is a horse.
Half horse.
Man, the man has a penis the size of which you've never seen. It is fucking baffling. Like people write poetry about shit like this, and I lived in the same room with him. I was terrified.
You know what you never want? You know what you never want to do with him? Go to crossing streams. Speaking of splashback,
I love this. Patrick, I'm so sorry if you ever get on the internet and never see the show, but you have a huge penis, man. I'm proud of you. That is a big day for you.
Let's see.
Lord, I'm also apologetic for you because I assume. Okay, it's not important.
Ooh, baby's coming in hot. Wait.
There's probably a better way to phrase that, but
Yep,
sure.
Probably.
Sure.
That sound bite's going to go viral.
Don't, good Lord, me. Patrick knows he has a huge. He knows it.
For a second, I was like, wait, who's Dan?
Who's Dan? Anytime you call me Dan, or somebody that we went to school with calls me Dan,
Or
Drew's like,
just
who
anyone.
the fuck's Dan?
Because I have always only called him Daniel.
That's right. You call me by my Puritan name.
Yeah, well,
My God-given name.
I think your mom gave it to
God
you.
is my judge. Welcome to the Bible camp. All right, let's drink this beer.
Let's open it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so tonight, again, we are doing a beer from Lost Barrel Brewing. They're out of Middleburg, Virginia. And I'm excited for this beer, and all cats out of the bag. I did try this while we were at the brewery.
Yeah, I definitely.
So I'm
drank
excited to try it again.
Definitely drank it, and it was amazing.
Because I had 16 beers while we were there, and this is probably like a 13th.
Like a bottle opener?
No, but I can open. But I'm excited to try it again because I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if I was just shithoused.
Yeah.
I was
Or
driving.
if it was that good. But
I remember it being good, and I was not shithoused.
if you've watched this show with any regularity, Farmhouse anything is my shit.
Yeah.
So
I can already smell it, which
Yep.
is always fun with a farmhouse.
you know what's fun about this one too? So Farmhouse historically is, similar to a Saison and everything else. It's a lot of your funkier wild yeast, wild ales, all that jazz. It's not really in everybody's wheelhouse. This is one of their mainstays. This is always on the menu. It's always available. And I'm like, if you're out in the country somewhere and you don't have a farmhouse ale, you're doing it wrong. So
Well, I mean, it tastes like wet horse blanket. Horse people, that's what they're gonna know.
fucking love wet horse blanket.
It's your favorite. We got a shirt for that too. I didn't have it prepped, but we do have.
We do have a wet horse blanket shirt.
Dirty socks.
Dirty
All right.
socks.
Let's finish up this trivia.
All right. How many questions we got left? I don't remember.
I think we got 2 more.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it was 3 out of 5.
That's exact. True or false? Yes. Lost Barrel Brewing won Best Brewery in Loudoun County in 2023. Loudoun County is the county they're in. Middleburg is the city that they're in. Loudoun County is a lot of horse country and a lot of big money.
Ooh, no one got this one right.
Perfect.
I knew it was a trickery one.
False. This is my favorite about true or false questions because we always joke about this on the show. Like if I make a true or false, like, Lost Barrel won gold. It'd be fucked up if I was just lying and like they didn't even medal. So then I seem like an asshole. But this one's pretty close. They got second place
For best brewery.
for
but
Best Brewery.
They also won a gold in this same competition.
Yeah.
For best event space.
Yep.
Because again, they have those 4 different event locations. It overlooks horse property, and then it also has the 70 acres or 60 acres. It's gorgeous. I was just like staring out the window, like, oh, it's so nice. But it was like raining and gross.
It's a beautiful spot, and I'm glad that they didn't win for best brewery because I'm like, well, you already got a good space, and that seems a little greedy.
Yeah, you don't get both.
You don't get both. Correct. Second place is the first loser. You goddamn right.
Yep.
Welcome to living in Miami. Nope, not important.
Last question.
This is the last question?
Yeah.
Shit. What size system does Lost Barrel Brewing brew on? So think about this. 640 acres for the whole city.
Oh, quick.
Oh, yeah. Nice. So I was actually surprised by this when we went out there. They are on a 15-barrel system. They don't distro very much. They just make a shit ton of beer. And they sell it really heavily on site. Like, again, 4 event spaces.
If you got this many event spaces, you want people there. You don't care about shipping your beer out. You want everyone to come and enjoy the space.
And that's exactly what it was, which is kind of a weird thing for me, though, because when I think about breweries, especially a 15-barrel system, I historically always think you got to be pumping out beer. You got to be moving it. You got to be doing this. Because otherwise, if you're only doing it in-house, 15 barrels is a shit ton of beer.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to sit for a long time. Yeah. If you're not half batching or...
You might have, like, a smaller, like, various smaller fermenters, or you're not filling them up all the way. But the 15 barrel is like the mash tun, and it's just large.
They brew 15 barrels.
Yeah. If they weren't using it to capacity, it'd be a waste of energy.
Right.
But they did have a lot of beers on draft.
They did.
And they had a bunch of like takeaway beers. And again, like it was packed. And it was like a gross rainy night.
Yeah. If you keep up on our Instagram, or if you haven't seen our Instagram, there's a beautiful back shot of Tiffany walking up to it. It's rainy, so you're not going to get any like undercut jean, like bottom or butt stuff.
Yeah, because I'd let you film that in the first place.
Well, I'm always filming.
You do have, I think you did post at some point a picture, like a video of me going upstairs.
Yeah, I got some credits.
God, and it was a story, so it went away, and I was so grateful.
But if you keep up on our Instagram, we did a couple of different posts while we were there, and the space is beautiful. They have a huge grain silo outside that they actually still use. It's part of their original hopper, so it still feeds the mash tun from outside, and it's massive. It's like 2 stories. Really cool space. Go check it out. I'd say they're good people, but they're not here. Nah.
On the pedestal.
I love making fun of babies.
Oh,
wait.
Snuck in at the end there.
Yeah.
Dis Beach.
This beach got right underneath the Vero's Colada. Last minute.
I hate you.
So the winner, Dis Beach, you get the joy of knowing you won.
Good
Correct.
job.
Share that with your friends.
Feel free to brag about it.
I assume tell your absent father that you were good once.
Ooh.
And go buy a shirt.
Go buy a shirt.
That's the reward. You won. Go buy a shirt.
Go buy a shirt. You won. Go spend some money.
Let's break this beer.
I love it. Let's do it. All right. So this is the portion of the show where we're going to review the beer that we're drinking tonight. And again, tonight we're doing a beer from Lost Barrel Brewing. It's their farm ale. They're out of Middleburg, Virginia. If you're unfamiliar with the show, we do use Untappd to keep up with our beer scores and our ratings throughout. So we will be giving it bottle caps. If that makes you uncomfortable, here's your chance to walk away. And we're back.
Yeah, more people here now.
Yeah, I know. So if you don't follow us on Untappd, it is a fun way to figure out what we're drinking individually or what we drank on the show, because we do keep a catalog of it. It's been a while since we've done a beer review, so I'm excited for this one.
I know. I even had in the back end, I even had the scoring system like minimized.
Yeah.
I was like, where the hell is it? I was like, we haven't done this in a while.
Bottle caps are the new pugs. Correct answer.
Valid. And we do collect bottle caps, so it's basically the same.
That Colada will strike again. Agreed, Gabriel. So we're going to review this beer, and if you're unfamiliar with the show, we're going to try to review the beer against the style that it's made in. So if you don't like IPAs and you review an IPA as garbage, you're a garbage human being. So what we're going to try to do is review the beer based off the style that it's made in, whether we like that style or not. Is it true to style? Is it accurate? Does it smell like the style? Does it taste like the style? Does it, all these different things. And Phil's going to get into a lot more tasting notes than I will because he's, oh boy, he is heady about
my
beer.
palate is just so strong.
It's refined.
Yeah. I don't want to hear how much this. Never mind. All right. So again, tonight we're doing a beer out of Lost Barrel. It's a farm ale. You guys know where I stand on this, so I'm gonna let all y'all go first. And by all y'all, I mean either one of you. Anybody? Nobody really jumping at it.
Go for it, Tiffany.
I can go. All right. So farm ales are basically supposed to taste like very fresh ingredients straight off a farm that may be like weird hybrids because they accidentally crossbred the previous season. It's just kind of, it needs to taste.
Thank you, Twan.
It needs to taste like a farm. This is exactly that. I had this while we were there. I think I had like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Before I was like, I should stop drinking because I need to drive.
Before you ask Patrick to show him huge dick.
I did not. I have not seen his penis.
Oh, I'll send you pictures.
I do not need to see that.
You're gonna want to get a look at it.
Anyway,
Everyone has.
this really is a solid variation of that. So I think I gave it a 4.25, and my voice is going away all of a sudden. So that's fine. I'm just going to keep pushing through it. So I think I gave it a 4.25.
Correct.
And I stand by that. It's really good.
Yep. Phil, I'm interested to hear your take on it because I know this isn't historically on the show. This is not necessarily your style. It's not a world you live in. You hate it. Yeah.
It's got I don't like farmhouse. I don't like Belgians. And this is a Belgian-style farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's like the thing is. So here's the thing: I don't like farmhouses, but because you like them so much, and we've had so many on the show. Every time I'm somewhere, I always get one. I'm always like, because at least it's going to be different. I think that's what excites me about it. It's like you get an IPA, you kind of know, okay, I'm getting an IPA. You kind of get anything, but with a farmhouse, you kind of don't know what you're going to get. So it's a little exciting in that case. So for this, for me, it's not like it definitely has that like Belgian style flavoring going on, but not like aggressively Belgian style, which is nice. So while it's not my favorite style, I actually think it's really well done. Like it's got a little bit of that farmy taste, and it's got the Belgian taste. It's got exactly what it says on the can art. I don't love it, but just because it reminds me of the Colts.
Yep.
So not gonna have a high score for the can art there.
Checks out. Yeah.
So overall, I'm giving this a straight up 4.
Nice. And I think everybody is right on that field of, again, this is a mainstay for them, so it has to be somewhat
approachable,
palatable, and approachable. It's
That's
not
probably why I kind of like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not too funky like a wild ass crazy saison that I would be on board with. Yeah, exactly. Like that's a world we live in. Like you can feed me the dirtiest wet socks ever, and I'm like, fuck you. Like I'd like some more.
I'm like it's more farmy. It tastes more like a homestead.
But this one is really well balanced. The ABV is right on spot for it. The flavor, the nose on it. This beer lives exactly where it should to be a mainstay base level farmhouse.
Yep. It's your starter farmhouse.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. This is the gateway drug for real farmhouses.
The socks only get stinkier after this one.
You fucking ain't right. This is a 5th grade sock. I'm looking at 8th grade socks. Let me rephrase that. That's going to live on the internet for a long time. I only smell age-appropriate socks. I don't know how to backtrack this. I think it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Now,
if you need to smell my socks later, that's fine.
Trust me, I know where your dirty laundry is in the world I live in. No, but it's on the floor for the record.
No, it makes it into the thing. That's my floor drobe. I may wear that one again.
My
That's
floor
like
drobe.
Wardrobe.
So
it's just my
this is-
pajamas usually, and they're next to the bed, and that's fine.
if I go to a brewery and I want a farmhouse and it's my first beer of the night or my 3rd beer of the night, this is the one. It's really well balanced. It's really clean. It's got just enough farmhouse, just enough saison hints, just enough Belgian hints, like you were talking about, to be on that spectrum, but not be overpowering, not be anything like this. The ABV's light. I could drink this all night and be just fat and happy and not have to drink a Pilsner or a lager or, like
not have to. God, sorry.
You were real
Twist-
forceful with that shit. So
twist your arm with
4.25
delicious.
for me, which I think gives it a show score of 4.25.
It does.
I'm not a mathematician. I've seen a few Matt Damon movies, but I'm still not good at it.
Okay.
I love it.
Again next week.
We are doing this next week, and I'm excited for next week. Tiffany was recently out in California,
I was.
and she linked up with San Francisco Brewing Company, which is going to be a lot of fun. They've already agreed to be on the show.
Yeah. Apparently, my best friend.
Wedding.
Nope.
No.
No, my
Carry the
best
7.
friend and her husband know the owner.
Yeah.
But
But
we were there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like we know so and so." I didn't call ahead for you guys, and I was like, "You do not need to let anyone know I'm here. Thank you."
I'm always excited for shows like this.
But I've been
because
secretly excited,
Yeah.
100%. Like what? But it's not a necessary thing.
No, not necessarily. I'm always excited for shows like this because it's a brewery completely on the opposite coast. We have some ties
West
to
Coast,
it.
Best Coast.
Sure. We have some ties to it. But at the same time, they're making foggy IPAs, which are hazy IPAs. I love the California influence of calling it a foggy versus hazy. We're having the beer called Carl, which is going to come into play in trivia next week. So if you want to look up Carl in California, here's your hint to get a few questions right on trivia next week. Carl. But I'm really excited for that. I love having people on, and I feel like it's been a few minutes since we've had like a true guest on. So if you want to swing by the show next week, we are going to be having, I guess you call them a brewery. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing, but
They're brewing.
are they?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. We're going to have San Francisco Brewing Company on next week. Like we mentioned every week, follow along with us, follow all of our social medias, stop by the website. Again, buy a shirt of Dave peeing on top of, I assume, a lesser podcaster. Because the shirt is, yeah, I see it. Yeah, well, they're equals, but one of them has to be winning.
It looks like they're holding each other's streams.
It's like two people going in for a hug, but they're about to they win the same side.
It's either their elbows or they are crossing arms.
I have so many notes, and it looks like the Cottonmouth Kings album cover. This could be a litany of references that I'm not comfortable with.
I originally saw it as like a weird dragon with like whiskers. By the way,
Tiffany.
I see things a little differently.
Yeah,
but no, it
she's
looked like a
blind.
weird dragon with like whiskers, and I was like, what is this? And then like 30 seconds later, I saw it was two people. That's fine.
Acid is a hell of a drug. Let's do this again next week. It's
Cheers.
always good to see you, Phil.
You too.
Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, and come join us next Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do this fucking shit show again.
Or 801.
Or 801. 805. VO5.
We almost went live without
Smells
you,
like raspberries.
But Daniel's like, wait for him. And I was like, I mean,
Yeah.
we could.
I'm not going to come without Phil.
That's all I ever hear.